Okay, everything's getting set up. Very fun. Very fun setup. I have my sounds on for the first time in forever and I'm very scared. God, that's so loud. Okay. So, today's talk will be about movie tropes I do not like. AKA things that will like get under my skin when it comes to movies. And those are not fun. And we're probably just gonna... I don't have my helmet on. It's probably just gonna be me working on builds as I talk about this. Because as you know, I'm very good at it. I'm not gonna work on nighttime build. Movie tropes I do not like. I was just work on that, honestly. I could probably just work. I'm gonna get DS with you for that. Movie tropes I do not like. Movie tropes I do not like. Starting off, I have a little bullet point list here that's hopefully gonna keep me on track. Give me that. Is like the whole nerd makeover because this show affected me as like a little kid because I thought like is the idea like you got bullied so much that is like you decide I will give myself a makeover and give the bullies what they want, aka pretty and me, but they're just gonna find something else to pick at you, you know? Just like taking down your glasses and hair, like, oh my god, I'm pretty. And why is the media like portraying glasses as ugly? I have glasses that I like. I think I look very cute in glasses. But apparently no, the media, these movies had decided that glasses are like this thing that makes you ugly. Because let me tell you, when I first got my glasses at like 9 years old, I thought I was ugly. Because I'm like, oh, no one's gonna like me now because I have glasses. Because all my favorite characters always got made fun of for wearing fucking glasses. And that's like, what? Why are we making glasses this like ugly thing? For these like, because again, I thought I looked awful with them. And years later now, I'm like, yeah, I look good. I look better with glasses than I do without now. Probably because I got so numb to like my face on with them, but like it's still like the idea like you're basically like taking this normal thing that helps people see and go, well, this makes you ugly. Also, your hair being up. What's wrong with your hair being up? It's like none of these things make a person like ugly. It's just like this way of like going like, guess what? This character is going to a very minimal effort of like character growth. But not even character growth. Again, you get bullied into doing like stuff like this. You just get like actually bullied into like making yourself look better, and then you like get like some of these characters get with like the jock that like bullied them the most because they go like, you're so beautiful now, and now like there's no characters like, yes, the guy of my dreams, finally. No, like no, you're doing this for someone else. You're not doing this for your own. If you did this for your own self, then you wouldn't like get with this guy that treated you like a actual jerk for like all your life. Again, that's like still like, is this how off? No, it's not. Okay. Like this character is going to do like the most minimal amount of character growth because it's like basically them just changing how they want to fit the ideas of what this like bullies want them to be. And it's like supposed to be like they throw in this life like she's doing it for her. Like no, there was, if she was doing it for it, she would look the same way because that's how she thought, you know? How she just before the maker is what she felt comfortable with, what they felt comfortable with. And I don't understand why we're like, do we have any glass? We better have glass. I do not have, yeah, I have some glass. That's why though. There's some yellow glass. Like, I don't know. To me, it's like, is the idea of like you're going through this big change because you got bullied. Either that or was like they did it like as a way to go like, yeah, I'm like, I can be pretty too. And it's still like, you're still gonna get bullied for being a nerd. I'm sorry, but you're still gonna get bullied like super hard for being a nerd in these movies. Just because you look pretty now doesn't mean you're just gonna go like, yeah, this is me now. This is how I want to be now. No, it's like, I don't know. These are like makeovers in movies are like basically again, I thought when I got glasses for the first time, I thought I was ugly. Because like all the characters with like glasses will portray as this like ugly, non-sociable person. And like the media I consumed as a little kid. And like, because again, I always had my hair up because I didn't know how to take care of it. So I was like the actual hair up. Not even hair up, I had a low like ponytail as a little kid. And glasses now. And I always thought like, yep, this is it. This is the end. This is the end of my entire social life, even though I had no social life in like school. Do I have any yellow? I really had some. Yep, some yellow flowers. Well, great. I have to go fucking flower picking now. It's still like, I don't know. To me, it's still like the idea of like you're like going through this big train just to like what? Give the people that like tell you, hey, you look better without your glasses, what they want. To me, it's like, I feel like they're just gonna find something else to make fun of you with, you know? They're gonna like make fun of your nose, make fun of your eyes, make fun of things you can't really change than like a pair of glasses. A pair of glasses like the minimal they can make fun of. And once you take them off, they're just gonna realize, hey, look, your hair, wacky, change it. And you're like, I can't change my hair. And then like, oh, guess you're still gonna get like actually bullied into next year. Like that's the stuff I mean, like with this idea of like the nerd just takes off her hair and glasses and suddenly like no one like bullies her anymore. No, that's not how it works. I got bullied in school and that's not how that works. They just find something new. Like that's how it is. Another thing I don't like with the idea of like bullies though, if a bully has like a very sad backstory and the main character just forgives them for that. Because it's the idea of this bully is so mean to everyone because they had a hard life. And then like, I guess understanding the bully has a life suddenly makes the main character go like, I understand now, you had a hard life, bully me all you want. Like no. Like the bully is still in this society right now that knows like, hey, being a like mean person to people is still wrong, you know? Like the bully still knows like, hey, I shouldn't be mean to people, but I'm still mean anyways. That's their own personal choice. You know, it's like it's like the idea of like giving like the person who's been like the absolute dick for the entire movie a sad reason. Like, oh, the mom decided, no, son, you will not have a Fortnite card. And suddenly the kid goes like, well, I guess I have to be a dick to everyone else in my life because my mom didn't give me a Fortnite card. Like, no. I was gonna... Like, no. That's not how that works. That is not how that works, you know? The bully is gonna know, like, they are in the wrong for, like, targeting the single person. Because it's just gonna target the kids that got the Fortnite gift card as... Do we have any? Ooh, yes, I do have a lot of yellow flowers. Like, again, it's still, like, the idea of, like, this bully is suddenly getting, like, a JR free card for, like, not for, like, just what? My idea of, like, this is, like, giving a character that been me of JR free card and expecting to give it like more, I guess, depth, you know? Like, why is this character so mean? Well, their mom again denied them a Fortnite gift card and that's why they're mean. It's like the idea of like giving a character a right. Yeah, some movies they just like give the character like a mean like a it's still like the idea of like you're giving this like again a free I understand some backstories that like, hey, here's like trauma here. I want like when you give a character trauma, you must understand like, okay, this is how it affects them. But using it as like a get out of free card for making a character like, well, they're allowed to be a dick because of it. Like, to me, it's like you can't just like a character will still know they're being a dick. they're gonna know they're being like absolutely mean to the person. They're not just gonna wake up one day and go, wait, I was being mean to you this whole time? Like, I don't know, maybe I'm just a crazy one here. And like, apparently I miss like a scene change of like them going like, I need more. I need the planes. I need a little flat glass. This is just a me thing. I'm just missing like obviously a reason like, oh yeah. I don't know. It's so like to me it's like having a character being like actions excused by like saying, oh, they have a very sad backstory. No, they still know right or wrong. They still live in a society where they go to a school where obviously the teacher's going like, yeah, no guys, you shouldn't like absolutely like murder each other because murder is bad. To me, it's like the idea of like still like a character is going to know when they're right and wrong. A very few chances I believe a character is going to be like, yeah, no, I was like I did not know me pushing that kid in the locker was a bad thing to do. Like, no, that is still like that kid lays in a modern society of like knowing like, yeah, what I'm doing is mean, but I don't care. There's no way you can just excuse someone's actions for like letting another being for like going like, I don't like I don't like you have a better life than me. Woo! You have a better life than me. I must take you out for it because I'm a bully. I don't know. It's like actually 2 a.m. right now. I could be like making the most dumbest points in history right now, and only like the void corner, like the void is gonna hear me. I don't know. Again, maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I'm just like this crazy person that's like ranting that you're now just listening to rant, going like, what the heck is this person going? But anyway, yeah, no, that's my point. Where like a bully has a tragic backstory and suddenly the main character just forgives them for everything they've done. Like, no. That character's still, like, that person's still in the wrong. That person still like pushed you into a locker and called your mom and said he spent the night with your mom. No, that character still knows that he shouldn't have said he spent nights with your mom because only I spend the nights with your mom. That kid's lying. It's me. I'm the one with your mom. Yeah, no. So yeah, that was my little rant about that subject of like a bully getting like no. So yeah, no. It's like the idea of like we're just like this main character's like, I understand why you're so mean, and I honestly forgive. No, I'm not gonna forgive someone that just like absolutely made my life hell. No, you're gonna like end that shit. I ain't gonna like go like, I understand now. I see you're again. Is like. Also, like, I also don't like bullies that just have no, I don't know. It's like, again, to me, it's like the idea of like this, the main character going like, wow, you did all those awful things. You called my mom, you did your mom a joke, and I understand now because your mom didn't let you, made you leave your Among Us game when you were the imposter. Like, I'm sorry. No, that main character, like that bully, so like actually, again, pushing you into lockers, pushing in the trash can, again, said he was with your mom last night. I wouldn't forgive anyone that said that. No, they have to end that. He's just saying sorry isn't like, they need actions. I need like a whole redemption arc. I need like something that made me go, okay, bully now understands that they, you know, in a normal society, you don't just punch someone because you think they are better than you. Next movie short, okay, out of 6. We're only down to 2 right now. Villain is like a family member of the, oh shoot. Bully is like a family, I mean like no, the villain, like the main villain is like a family member of like the main character's family. Like it's like my like least favorite is like I've seen like before where it's like instead of going like they don't want to be projectile saying, oh, it's your father. No, They like try to pull like some like, it's your brother, it's your sister. I'm like, no, that doesn't work. Why would you not know that was your sibling being like all evil and stuff? I know when my siblings being evil. I know like I know when my siblings about to take over the world because I have to stop them, because again, I know when they're being evil. I'm not gonna let them get away with anything while I'm around. I can't think of like one particular media that does it. It's the idea they just don't want to go like, oh, it's the father, so let's try to like spice it up and make it the brother or sister. And it's like, still, I feel like, I don't know how the main character just doesn't know, like, yeah, no, that was my brother the whole time. No, you're gonna know that's your brother. Like, the only time where I wanted the villain to be like a sibling was when like in like Big Hero 6, where everyone was thinking the brother was gonna be like the main villain. I was hoping too, because I thought that would have been cool, you know? The older brother actually like somehow jealous of his younger brother, even though they have like the same like skill level. I'm out of purple glass. Down we go. But instead, no, we got this random character that we only saw once in the movie. Like, wait, actually change it, but it's just developing this random person that we never know of. If you wanted like a twist villain, you don't make it a person we see once. Like, everyone thought the villain was gonna be. What are you looking at? Sorry, my cat was looking behind me. I like just like twist villains. Like any like twist villain, like, oh, it's like this character. No, everyone in Big Hero 6 thought it was gonna be the brother. I thought it was the brother. I was ready for it to be the brother. I was like, yeah, let's go. Evil brother time, let's go. But no, you get this one guy, this like 40-year-old man going like, haha, my daughter's lost in space, even though I set up the experiment. So I must take it out on you. I don't know. I didn't have a very strong point for this one. I just don't like it. Hey, look at that. It's common. To me, it's like any of like the idea of like the idea of like this villain just like going like, it's me. It's me, this character you met like for 10 seconds. How could you not tell it was me all along? No, if you're gonna do like a villain that everyone's supposed to know, like be able to guess, you need like more screen time. Because again, in Big Hero 6, you just get this random witch 40-year-old that runs the school. And then like suddenly you go like, Hero, yeah, no, you see this cool like little robot guys? Well, they're mine now, and I actually killed your brother, and I have no remorse at it at all. Like, no. I don't know. I think another one is like Mary Sue. Like a Mary Sue as the main character. aka when like people want to write a strong female and then decided, well, a strong female has no faults whatsoever. So we must make sure this character has no faults whatsoever, or else people will get mad and people think that she's weak. No, every character has flaws. That's what makes them human. That's what makes them go like, wow. The character goes, yeah, I relate to that. I think that's good. Giving like this girl magical powers to make her strong, like, no, you wouldn't do that with guy characters. Guy characters just, like lose their family and stuff and are expected to keep on going. But no, like female character must like go like, well, I have a perfect family. All my family members lived, but I'm still like super like upset about like the one time my cat got stuck in a tree. Is there a bed up here? Why would there be a bed under here? Giving like this main character everything she like needs and stuff, and then expecting like, yeah, this is a good character. He's so strong because he has no faults. There's no faults at all because the main character has no faults. No, again, like they give like strong guy characters like, oh yeah, no, his family all died and stuff like that, and then the main female character be like, yeah, no, I got my cat stuck in a tree once. And that one made me really hate the aliens from outer space. It's like, I don't know. Is the idea like the character cannot have any faults whatsoever, you know? Like we're expecting to relate this character when this character is again supposed to be like super strong and then like not be able to have anything in common with like a normal person. This is magenta, but I do not care. Like, I don't know, maybe this is a me thing, but I'd rather have like a character with flaws than one without, and just like I'd rather have not have a character doing cool things instead of having a character have moments of like going like, yeah, my life pretty messed up, but that's okay because I am still a good person, even if things I have done is bad. You know, like a female, like they give like female characters where they cannot do nothing wrong at all, and everything they do is right. They have the right answers every single time. Like, no, give me like a character that isn't right all the time. I'd rather have a character think they are doing something right and then it be wrong, and then going like, wow, that was wrong. How was that work? Character. Okay, next thing I don't like is like a character lost power for like 5 seconds and gets them back. The main offender for this is Legend of Korra. Yes, if you guys never watched it, and you should never watch it because I'd rather just rewatch the entirety of Avatar than watch Legend of Korra, one episode of Legend of Korra. Because again, in like Legend of Korra, basically like the main villain that was like really against Benny go like, aha, you have no powers. And then Korra goes like, wow, that's really sad. I guess I just don't have bending, but I do know how to airbend now, so I guess I just have to work with that. And we learn all the elements. You know, setting it up where like, oh, maybe we see places outside the city, you know, we go back to the North Pole, we go see what Boston City looks like nowadays. You know, basically setting up to make it seem like, yes, we're going outside of the city, we're going to explore more with these characters. Like, you know, basically setting up to make you think like, oh, okay, I see what's happening. But no. Aang comes out of nowhere and goes like, hey Korra, I heard you lost your powers. But guess what? I'm gonna give them back. Because I guess you learned something. So yeah, here's your powers back. Here's like any moment of like grief the origins had for you. So basically, like, it kind of like get rid of the idea that we're supposed to be sad for this character, because I know like they wanted to like go like, wow, she got her powers back, I can't believe it. Yeah, now she can do all the cool stuff again. No, I'd rather her relearn all the elements. I'd rather her, because the thing with Legend of Korra, they didn't want to do what the thing that they did with Aang, in my opinion. All of this is my opinion. There's none of this is factual. They wanted to like give what they did to like Aang. They didn't want to make and do what the same journey Aang had, where he had to travel through and learn all the elements again. So they were like, oh well, she lost all her powers. So instead of, you know, going back to like I think they were from the North Pole. Because I think it was like, I'm not really sure, one of the poles. Instead of, you know, going back to like places, you know, Aang visited, they're like, we can't do that. That's dumb. We must give her back her powers, but we got rid of her powers. How do we do that? Well, you know, Avatar Aang goes like, yo, Korra, heard you lost your powers. That sucks, but don't worry. I'm here to save ya. But it's like, where was that when Aang was like, where was that? Where was that type of help? Yeah, I feel like Aang could have used that type of help a lot. Because it's like, I feel like they just didn't want to do like another like Avatar of Aang, which with like going through all the places in the world. And I understand that. You know, maybe that would have, you know, maybe that isn't a good idea as I think it is. But they just, instead of like doing that, they could have like still have the idea of she really learning all the elements, because that's what will, you know, because in the Legend of Korra, they changed the entire like world dynamic to where like people learning metal bending now, which was like, we just saw metal bending get invented in uh Aang's timeline. But like, it's like, oh, you think maybe like they could have like done it where she learns more of the sub elements and then learn the main elements again. Yeah, it's like there was like the lava benders in the temple from the one episode where it was like, I don't know, maybe this is like my own thing, but I'd rather, I don't know, learn about like all the sub, hi cat, all the like sub bendings. Like, hey, what about we just learn about all the sub bendings of the main building so you can like, do something different? Because again, it's like cool the idea that Toph went like, hey, my girls, my daughters, would you like to learn metal bending that I invented? And they're like, yeah, that's so cool. Like, I don't know, for me, like, I'd rather like learn about the new bending in the world if she was gonna like lose her powers permanently, like they seemed like they were gonna do. Because again, they seem like they were like, building up to make it seem like, Katara was having, Korra was like having grief over not having her powers. And yeah, that's like, again, that's good. I felt bad for it. And then suddenly, again, Aang just pops up like, yo, lost your powers? Sucks. But don't worry, I'm here. So here you go. Here's your new powers. Have fun. See you in the next time you get in trouble. Like, I don't know. Again, this could have been me. Maybe people did like Lesson Core. I didn't. But I don't know. It's to me the idea, like, I'd rather, if they didn't want to be like Aang where they travel through, let alone like the sub elements. Because again, there was like lava bending, there was the blue lightning we saw Zuko learn. That could have been a spin-off on, because again, blue lightning was like royal family only. But then like they I guess like Zuko went like, yo, everyone should know this, and then it got a lot more able, a lot more accessible for like firebenders. Or again, like, it's like blood bending was still a thing, people still learn how to do blood bending. Maybe Korra didn't want to do that one, I understand that one, but like, it's the idea, like, there's lava bending, there's metal bending, like, there's all these subtypes of bendings where like she could have learned those, and we could have just expanded upon those ideas more than like just going like, yeah, she's like, she needs some powers back like 5 minutes after she lost them. Because that's like how, if you didn't know, that's not like a good way to have consequences for your character. You can't just make your character lose everything and then 5 minutes later go like, it's okay, she got them back, her powers. Like, no, that's not how you do that. You don't just like give this character a bunch of grief for like, I lost my powers, I can no longer do my powers, I must now be sad. I need to get an end crystal now. I don't know. Again, maybe people didn't mind that she got her powers back, but I didn't like it. I personally just did not like the idea that we had this big build-up of her not having her powers, because again, she lost her powers and then it was able to airbend, which was like, again, cool. I think that was cool. Where, in the moment of like desperation, she was finally able to go like, yeah, this is it. This is how I need to do it. Put that in there. Again, I could be wrong. Maybe people did like it, but in my personal opinion, I think Korra should like still had at least for one episode. Give me like one episode where she's like trying to grip the idea that she's not only can airbend, and so like again, 5 minutes later, and going like, yo, here's your powers. There you go. It's same the idea where a main character can't like have like just like gets like everything. It undoes the idea of like all the build up you did to this character having grief by just giving it all back. I did that one, did that one. My last one. person in the white is being bullied. The main contender for this. So basically, like, the person in the white is being the one executed, like being like actually being told the one. Main victim of it is Gwen from season 2 of Total Drama, like, action. If you didn't know, so basically the idea is that Gwen boyfriend Trent got really like weird, like he had a mental break and like kept on throwing challenges for his girlfriends of the team, where Gwen had no idea what's happening. She's just thinking like, wow, my boyfriend's, you know, being weird, I hope he's okay, you know. And her other friend was going like, I don't know, maybe something weird, I think it might be you. And, you know, Gwen is like, oh yeah, that makes sense, you know, it might be just be me. So like they like basically like Trent is throwing challenges to make her GF's teams win. She had no idea he was doing it. When she learned out, she told him like, hey, stop that, that's not fair, that's not how I want to win. But like Trent is still like, oh, that means he's playing harder, and like still does it. So when like they vote off the Trent, and so the other team goes to Gwen and was like, well, your boyfriend throw challenges for us, that means you have to throw challenges for us so we win. And Gwen is like, I don't know, she feels bad or something. Like, no girl, you had no control over your boyfriend like throwing teams. You never asked him to, you never gave him the idea. No, you were like, you did nothing wrong, and now you just get like, you being painted as the bad guy. Like even the like aftermath cell, they're like, Gwen, you dump a good boy. No, Trent was throwing challenges. Trent was actually like, Trent was like completely changed on her when she had no idea why he was doing this. Like another thing was like, Gwen like picked another like goth boy that she was friends with. You know, they have similar interests. Why would she not pick the guy that she has similar interests with that wasn't her boyfriend? You know, why wouldn't you pick the person that has similar interests in you? So like Trent goes like, oh, I see how it is, like acting like Gwen was like picking the guy because she thought it was cute. But no, they just had similar interests. So Trent was like, oh, here, I picked the beautiful Lindsay. Like, no, she just said, hey, this person had the same interests as me, let me get him on my team. And then Trent take it as like a challenge and just call this other girl beautiful as a way to get Gwen mad for like some weird payback she had no idea she was like a part of. I don't know. Again, I was on Team Gwen. I thought she was perfectly in the white. I just suck that she got herself into the mix-up of like thinking, oh, I was in the wrong. No, she was in the white. She was in the white. And she got like actually like so like bullied for it for no other reason other than like, oh, she's the idea like, oh, she could have had something on. She had nothing to do with it. She was like perfectly fine with how she was. She had nothing to do, and she was just like getting like actually like gaslighted into throwing team because she thinks she had something to do with Trent doing weird things. She had nothing to do with Trent being like this weird person. Again, it's like I don't know what they did with Trent character, but the first like season he was like perfectly fine, you know, he was this cool, and they turned him into this like paranoid type of thing. And it's like still like the idea that she's like, I don't know. It was the idea that she was in the wrong somehow for her boyfriend throwing challenges, but A, she never asked him. She had no idea of it. And once she found out, she told him to stop. She just told him like, hey, stop it. I don't, you know, I'd rather you not throw challenges because that's not fair to anyone or anything at all. I don't know. Again, might be a me thing, but I don't know. I never see anyone say they were like on Team Trent when like it went down, because it's still like the common sense of knowing like, oh, she wasn't in the wrong. She wasn't like doing anything at all other than like, I'm just like, I just hate that I don't know. The other team had like no chemistry at all. It felt like everyone was at each other's throat. Then like Gwen's team was like actually able to have moments of like actual good teamwork. I don't know. Again, might be a me thing. I'm trying to wait for nighttime so I can finally put this end crystal on top. I can't. Is it raining? Is that why it's so dark? I can't tell. It's actually just like cloudy. Where's my clock at? I feel like I had a clock here somewhere. No, I think it's just raining out. I think that's what the matter is. Okay, let's put this on then. I don't know. Again, I think it's yeah, it's just raining. That's why I was so confused. I thought it was like turning nighttime. I don't know. I still think Gwen was in the right. She did nothing wrong. I think the other team again just made her feel bad for no other reason. Like everyone thought I don't know how people thought she wasn't in like she was like I don't know how they thought she was doing anything. She was doing nothing. Bap. And crystal. There we go. There we go. Now that's finished. And now I can like finally like stop raining into people's ears. Let's look at my dragon skulls. I'm like so happy with these. These are like the coolest thing ever. I have this prison where it's like an angry dragon, and over here I have my sleepy boy. There's like a little sleepy man. He looked a lot more calmer. It's like crazy what different horn shapes would do because this one is like lay down, so you think he's like a lot more chill, but this one is up, so you think he's a lot more angry. Angry boy. But yeah, no, it's like there's like this 6 movie tropes I couldn't name on the top of my head as I was writing this, like my little bullet list. I still think like I think my last 2 was very strong points where I was actually able to name examples of them, other than like the other points where I'm just like, yeah, that character did bad. Yee. Okay. Bye-bye. I guess this is the end of rant 1. Hopefully I feel like my jaw's about to fall off from how much I talked, but hopefully I didn't forget to press the record button or anything because that would be super bad. Yeet. How much this one for? Ooh, 24 minutes. That's gonna be fun.